y'all doing? We are back with another video. How y'all doing out there? Another review of the TS Madison Experience, season 1, episode 2. And I'm just smiling right now because it's been a while since I didn't go live yesterday. I'm just really smiling. I'm just smiling. Okay. Can I smile? I'm really feeling it wonderful. I got some great. Oh, y'all, my shot talk. I got some good news, and one day I might share it with you guys. But we're gonna get into the show. Let's start out with this. TS Madison opens up. They're talking about the pandemic. And at that time, the pandemic, hit all the states really hard. So now we had got a view of how the pandemic affected Georgia. So she was up there driving around looking for food, and then they was showing how Miss Mary was playing around with T.S. Madison wig, and how she said she's cleaned up everything, and that Miss Mary caught the Rona, and then how her mom had to go back to her house in Florida for about 2 weeks to quarantine because she had got the Rona. And I felt really bad when I got the news. Like when that happened on the screen, I kind of like teared up because my mom actually tested positive for the Rona, and that really like brought tears because it took me there because it made me think of my mom and now how she's battling with the Rona, and how she was in the hospital, now she's out of the hospital, she dehydrated, she don't have the energy, she can't hardly move, she can't hardly keep any food down. Yesterday when I talked to her, she sounded a little bit better, but it really like made me tear up when when Miss Mary was talking about when she had tested positive for the Rona. So then they get it. She talked to Tiffany Pollard. They did a thing together, and she was like, "Tiffany, I want you on the show with me. We do Maddie in the morning." And she was like, "Okay." And anybody know if you're on the West Coast, if you do a morning show, because which I've done plenty morning shows. If you do a morning show at 8 a.m., it's going to be literally 6 a.m. on the West Coast. You do a show at 9 a.m., it's literally going to be 7 a.m. So if they have to get up extra early. We're doing. That's why I give people credit who do morning shows from the West Coast and still wake up and see Wiley in the morning because y'all getting up 2 hours earlier than I regularly get up. So that was that. Maddie, was talking about pads, and Tiffany Pollard was talking about a certain type of pads that she liked, and she said Madison would look like she'll be a tampons girl. She explained to us that all her bookings events were canceled because of the corona. All the booking events was canceled, and how she was talking about how Oliver got his content going, like her team pretty much can't go with her because no one can fly them in for the show. And she said Oliver got his own content going. Shout out to Oliver. He have been producing some awesome content. Awesome content. Shout out to Oliver. I don't know who put a little bug in his ear. Maybe it's because it was the pandemic, but this man have interviewed so many people from America's Next Top Model, and those interviews garnered over 1 million views. He have been doing his thing on YouTube. So congratulations. Give a round of applause for Oliver. Oliver, when it comes to social media wise, I really follow him the most because he came on the Wiley Show, and he's a black gay brother, and I love to see my brothers and sisters do it, right? He's one of them that's actually doing it. Then she said that who else is in there? Then she said Chi Chi got a channel. This was the key. I like Chi Chi. Let's go. Listen, I'm looking at Chi Chi. They go to a video of Chi Chi do a motivational Monday, and he just smoking weed. So they put it, and Chi Chi, that's T.S. Madison's daughter, and he supposed to be doing motivational Mondays, and the man is getting high off the weed. He's smoking his weed. So he supposed to be motivating you on the Monday to get your stuff together, and he's on camera smoking some weed. And Maddie was like, she loves Chi Chi, but it's like Chi Chi can't do nothing unless he's high. So he's addicted to the weed, and I probably would be best friends with Chi Chi because, I like to smoke weed, I haven't smoked weed in a long time, but I was a weed smoker. I just stopped because, that'd be eating up my pockets. So it was really, that was hilarious. I was laughing. I'm like, okay, give us some motivation to smoke some weed. Okay, I'm really here for it. Let the eyeballs be all bloodshot red. Let it be. I'm here for it all. I'm here for it all. So, and this is the part with Miss Mary. I don't know why Miss Mary touched my heart so much, but she's my favorite of it. And she told Maddie, she said, when you don't know what to do, pray. I'm like, one thing about Miss Mary that I wish all mothers are encouraging their children, especially your children that are living a trans experience, living a bisexual experience, living a gay experience, whatever experience they're living. It is an important role for your mother to have your back to encourage you. That was so, that even picked up my spirit because when she said that, so you know what to do, just pray for it. And before, even when Maddie was explaining this, before I get to Tiffany Pollard. Even Maddie was explaining she was on her road of getting on television. She was on her road. Maddie in the Morning was a hit show. The Queen Supreme Court was said. Now, I was one of the ones that did criticize the Queen Supreme Court, and I criticized them for not really having a main host, right? She would do guest hosts, and she had plenty guest hosts on there that did not do a good job. I mean, was trash because you have to understand you're coming behind someone that sat in that seat that made that show pop between her and Kaya. So if you're not coming with a type of Kaya type of spirit or some type of major popularity, I even went back to the numbers with the Queen's Court did. They used to have 20 to 30,000 people in a Facebook chat. I'm still to this day haven't never seen them even get close to that number. They had numbers up to about 18 to 20,000 live viewers. It's not even no YouTubers that are cracking that number, and they were cracking that number open on Facebook. So when you pick up that seat, you got to be willing to get it, and you got to resonate. And a lot of the cast members that she booked to be the returning judge really did not stick. The only person that came close that can take the job and do a great job with it, in my humble opinion, is fucking Dineva. But fucking Dineva got his own show. But the one that I think that can take up that mantle is fucking Dineva. The rest of them can't. I've seen plenty hosts that she had on the show could not do it, could not deliver. Lonnie B was all right. He just did not fit well with the formula because the show was like a roasting gag and all of that. That's what you fell in love with, and that's the reason why she don't get the numbers like she used to. You got to get somebody that's willing to be messy a little bit. So that's my only critique with that. And we get to Tiffany Pollard now. Something that was in the show that she's engaged, and I'm like, "Is you engaged?" She was like, "Yes, she's engaged," and she's not putting her man on camera. He's behind the scenes, and that's the way she said she want to keep it. She don't want his business all out there. And I'm like, okay, I'm really, really here for it. Tiffany Pollard to me is not needed for the show, but needed for the show, if that makes sense, because she's not in the house, she's not around the crew. I get it. I guess that's what the network need, a mainstream star to co-sign to greenlight WeTV because the viewers would be like, okay, we know who Tiffany Pollard is. Okay, we'll give TS Madison a shot because we know who Tiffany is. We know who's I Love New York. So I see that's the reason why they probably allow her on the show because she got that mainstream power. TS Madison is not mainstream yet. I do believe that's probably why Tiffany Pollard is on the show. For those purposes only, she's mainstream. She'll fit real good with the cisgender women. You don't know what that means, the biological women and all of that. So that will balance and make them come and watch the show because Tiffany up in there. And while you're there, you get a scoop and you get introduced to Maddie life. That's what I hope and believe. So that was that. And this is where we got interesting when she was interviewing with a producer that watched her show. And this producer was like, the talk is looking to replace Eve because, Eve left and T.S. Madison will be great for sure. And I'm like, yes, T.S. Madison will be great. Only thing that she will have to clean up is dragging people online. She would have to stop with all the sex talk all the time because that's a big turnoff. Some of the sponsors might not like it because that's mainstream. When you get on the talk, that's mainstream. Who is that black comedian that's on the talk right now? You see that she ain't over there talking about no peen and no yoni. What's her name? That black actress, that black comedian that's on the talk. The one that got a look, cat the little confrontation with the Osborne lady. What's her name? She literally, when she got on the talk, you don't see her talking about sucking, bouncing her boobs. And that comedian that's on the talk, what's her name? That comedian that's on the talk, that black woman that's on the talk, what's her name? I can't think of her name right now. I can't think of her name right now, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. She's some totally different. No, I'm talking about the Shore Underwood. Thank you, Shore Underwood. If you know the Shore Underwood from stand-up comedy versus Shore Underwood on the talk, they are totally two different people. Shore Underwood do not, I repeat, it's not the same the same shirt underwear from stand-up comedy. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? So she's gonna have to stop talking about the sex all the time. That's a big turn off for it. Even I don't talk about it a lot. I have to stop talking about it, because it's a turn off, especially if it's not the mainstream talk. If you're talking about you and another man, somebody humping you, another man doing that and all of that, it's just not a good look. Okay. And then this lady, she was explaining, she was like, you got to stop responding to the trolls, because when you see Oprah responding to the trolls, when you see Ellen responding to the trolls, you got to start responding. And even myself, when you get into this level, you got to start responding to trolls. You are a host of a show, and you have your audience. You can't always be going around talking about roasting the trolls or going back and forth in the comments with the trolls. You got to get out of it. I don't care if they put your name in the title and drag you. You got to know how to brush that off, that you headed to another level, that you can't be doing that. It's hard. It's hard because it'd be like, I be want to go on what they say, put me on in the chat, drop the link. I want to roast. I want to gag. It'd be some days that you really want to do it. I mean, I'll be tempted. Send me the link. And I'll be like going off, and I was like, Wiley. How is this going to help put money in your pocket? Wiley. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I can't go on that roast. No, we on a whole nother roll when it comes to this. We on a whole nother roll. So get it together. So you can't go in there and cuss about, you already know. And I had a flashback with TS Madison. They showed us in the TS Madison Experience. That was right around the time doing Fishgate. That was right around the time, if my memory served me right, that was around the time they were arguing about Fishgate. And when I tell you she could not let that go, Maddie went live and she clapped back concerning the Fishgate drama. So I remember that. But if you want to make it on the talk or on these shows, you can't be cussing people out and telling them to lick and lap and do all this stuff. You just can't. You just got to like brush it off. And I'm not going to stay on the fish talk topic because y'all ain't about to get me in that going down that hole today, because we don't want no problems and no issue. I'm just bringing it up for my commentary, only for commentary. I'm not bringing it up to the blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's move on. Okay, another piece. Okay, you put a okay. What is this? Okay, yes, you don't see the icons and do all that, arguing and all of that. So, and then we get to. Sorry to hit that. Then she was like about her team, about getting the COVID test and all of that. She did a morning show and the sound wasn't right. And this is one of the criticisms that I have with Maddie, because she do pay these folks to be on her team. You got to be on it. Come early. Make sure the sound is working. Do a pre-recorded, because on StreamYard, sometimes the mic don't be on. So pre-record an episode, then play it back to make sure the mic is connected. Make sure that's your job. And I feel like a lot of them take Maddie kindness for weakness, and she got to be stern. Like, make sure this is working. Make sure you come on time. Don't just come up in here when you feel like coming in here. You got to be up in here at 9 o'clock. You should be coming in this door at 8:30, setting up stuff. Make sure the mic is good. Make sure the mics is set up. Make sure the monitors are set up. Make sure all the levels are set up. You should be walking in. The show start at 9. You come in at 9:15, 9:20. That got to stop. This is your job. This is your career. If you can't get with it, bye, booty, bye. Get somebody in there that's willing to do the job. Because that she got to put it into. Because all that coming in, walking in when you want to walk in, come in when you want to come in, got to cease immediately. Because that's not a good look. This is your job. This is your career. We on television. Be on time, and the sound got to be right, because it's embarrassing that her sound is not going right, and she paying people for the sound to go right. And I've known some people in this chat don't got nobody helping them. They sound good. They're in beautiful HD quality. I mean, she might as well just go on and hire Tasha K husband, because she does an amazing job for Tasha K. You got Kiwi Studios, y'all in Georgia. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and get that together, or get Dr. Larry Reed or his team members. But one thing about them folks, you gonna have to pay, because them folks cost a pretty good coin. But your equipment and your stuff will be right. Everybody ain't no technician. Everybody don't got it like that. And I do believe, and there's no offense toward that young brother that she got, I do believe that he just needs to be fired. She need to get somebody in there that's get it together. If you ain't got it together over a year from now, y'all still having technical problems, it's time for TS Madison to write them pink slips and say, you got to go. I'm hiring some new people. I said what I said. They ain't gonna like this type of teaching. So it gets to that. Then we see this the part with to get the hair remover. She's getting hair remover because she have a lot of hair. Not a lot of hair, but she's getting hair remover. That was cute. That was fun to see her and her business manager. That was nice. Um, that was nice to see Chi Chi taking their temperatures to make sure they was good. And Oliver was explaining, he was like, since it wasn't no Queen Supreme Court, I had to pick up some extra gigs to keep the money coming in because rent still got to be paid. And this is how Oliver pays his rent by, editing video, doing flyers. But once everything was at a standstill, you know, bills still got to be paid. So he had to go in and pick up extra gigs. He got really popular picking up extra gigs. So him and Oliver and Maddie got into it. Ooh, let me drink some water before I get to this segment. Give me some water. Oliver and Maddie got into it. And so he was like, you putting these little jabs, I'm catching these little jabs. He was saying his confessional. And she was like, should I outsource your position because you have a lot of gigs and you don't have time for us? Should I outsource your position? And he was like, no, you have to do it. He took offense of it. And he said, listen, my mother had to pay my rent because the checks over here was looking funny. I wasn't getting no checks. So his mama had to pay his rent. And I'm with Oliver on this instance. I'm with Oliver with this. You got to make sure your rent is paid. You got to make sure you pick up some extra clients so you don't be out there on the street. And he was like, well, Maddie, you rich. You don't talk about I'm rich. I work hard. I almost lost my life to get this money and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, Maddie, with all due respect, if you want your team members to be faithful to you, you're going to have to pay them. All that love, you my sis, you my brother, that don't mean a hill of beans if I ain't getting no paycheck if I can't pay my rent. So you got to make sure you pay your rent. You got to make sure that your team members are getting paid. If you don't, somebody else will scoop them up and pay them well, and they're going to go where the money resides. And he said he don't want to do content and do all this other stuff, but he had to do it because he needed to get the money for himself. He had to get the money because his mom had to pay his rent. So then Maddie was doing all her talking big stuff. Mind you, talking big stuff, and the money wasn't right. And then Oliver was like, you know what? I'm over. I'm through with this. Leave it out there. Miss Mary said, please don't leave it in the wrong spirit and everything like that. What I think in this instance, she wanted to scold her employees. This is why you got to have a business relationship and stop. You can't be friends with your employees. She too friendly with them. And then when she gets stern, they talk back. Either you're going to be employer to employee relationship, or my good girlfriends that we kiki and smoke kush with on the side and eating hamburgers that Miss Mary prepared for us. You can't have it all. So what she have to do is have boundaries with the relationship. Either you're going to be the businesswoman or you're going to be my daughter. I'm going to be daughter and you be mama and all that. No. You got to make sure that boundaries are in place. So I understood what she was talking about with Oliver. What she should have said, hey, I apologize for the money being low. We have not been touring. I want to say, Oliver, is it a way that you can focus on us only? Do I should have outsourced it? And Oliver should have allowed, her to, him answer the question. But they both were, he took offense. He took offense to it. So I was like this, and I want to say this really quickly. When it comes to business, you have to, your boss got to know how to talk to you. But again, you in entertainment business, you think Oprah, if you mess up something that Oprah did wrong, you think you're gonna get you're gonna get dragged. You're gonna get a little scolding. It's gonna happen that way. It is what it is, because I've been in rooms where I have got scolded, things didn't go right with me. I was at a job and the boss got me together, and I deserve it. I just know how to take it. Sometimes you got to know how to take things if you want to make it in Hollywood, because that little stuff that Maddie was doing ain't nothing compared to what these other bosses going to be saying if you mess up. So, but again, I do believe that Oliver and TS Madison should have a private conversation and to work out their differences. I do believe they still going to be cool, but I do believe they both need to just have a conversation. I do think that Maddie felt offended that Oliver is going around working with other people and all his graphics and stuff looking like similar to these other channels because it's by this one particular graphic designer. At one point we wanted to hire him, but our money wasn't that long enough. So I have to deal with the designer I have when they want to work, and I get tired of that. I get so tired. I said, Lord, send me a designer that would want to work, that ain't gonna be late. Because I got a designer. One day you want to work, one day you quitting, next day you want to chase this man, and next week you don't want to do this. I'm like, Why in the world you know? And somebody offer you money. If somebody, you know, I'm putting money in your pocket, gave this man an incredible contract. Somebody wanted some graphic. They own a company. The man flopped the bag, didn't go right, didn't answer lady emails. And I said, never again. I could just tell people to come to your business because look at what you're doing. But I never come at him in a nasty way, a stern way, never. But because I don't talk to people like that. But if you're in Maddie's shoes, you're in a different place. This is my brand on the line. But if you want that brand to stay together, I'm gonna say it again. You got to make sure they got the money. If you want that brand to be on tap, you got to make sure them cash apps is clearing. Because folks ain't gonna work for you for free no more. After they say that you're so rich, you got a chateau, bought you a new car, folks look at things like that. I just felt like her whole team pretty much tried to drag Maddie. I'm like, hold up, she the boss. See the HBO said all of y'all could be replaced. There's plenty graphic designers out there that can help Maddie with her job. But Maddie, you're gonna be playing top dollar. You ain't gonna be able to get them no Miss Mary hamburger with French fries and some pickles on the side. You got to pay them some good, you know, some cash, some good money. I'ma just tell you that right then and there. That ain't gonna roll just because your mama can make a good pot roast with some roast potatoes. You gonna have to go in there and pay. Because everybody don't want to just be fed by just eat and that's their payment. No, some people want their cash because you only got to pay rent. The last time I checked, you can't pay no rent with no baked roast beef off of your landlord, some roast beef and some baked potatoes and some dirty rice. No, no, you can't. So this episode was good. I give it 2 thumbs up. I'm here for it. I was entertained. I'm just here for it. And of course, we will open up the phone lines and allow y'all to call in as well to give y'all opinion about the situation. Okay, I'm going to definitely open up the phone lines for y'all at the end of the show, and we allow y'all to call in to speak about the situation. To speak about it. Okay, there we go. All right, let me go to our second topic. Yes, we open up the phone lines and let y'all speak what y'all got to say about TS Madison Show for those that watch it, or if you want to do commentary on my part. Okay. All right. Claudia Jordan. It's okay. Ooh, child. She pretty much was saying on the show because if y'all remember, Michelle Obama had a conversation with it's not LeBron James, had a conversation about Dwayne Wade's daughter. First, it was his son, but his son is transitioning to be a girl, so we got to say daughter, was Zaya Wade. So, and Claudia Jordan said this, I just hope that there are no regrets later on. I said that too, but again, I'm not a parent. So if my child come to me and say, hey, daddy, I want to be a girl, I don't know how I will handle it. I know what I would say, but I'm not going to say it because I may get canceled. So, if my son say, "Hey, I want to be a daughter," or if my daughter say, "Hey, I want to be a boy," I would have to get a specialist to come, a counselor to come in. I already know what I'm going to say is not going to come out right. So I'm gonna just tell you that right then and there. I hope it is not no regrets because that's I hope that they not do any surgical on any hormones or any surgeries, right? But she can possibly change her mind next year and say, hey, I want to be a boy. I don't want to be a girl. But I think the pressure now, since her stepmom, Gabrielle Union is just going around, just putting everybody, got Michelle Obama speaking to her and everybody, it's going to be hard for her to change her mind. Because daddy out there, because if she come out there and change her mind, say, hey, I don't want to do this no more, it's going to make Dwayne look bad. It's gonna make, and they just living through their daughter, just got her all these public platforms. I think she's too young to be making a life-changing decision like that without her going through the process, speaking to psychiatrists, speaking to counselors to make sure it's good. But if it was my child, I will not push it out there and everybody to see. No, because what if she changed her mind and say, I no longer want to be a girl anymore. I want to be my original self. I want to be a boy. So, I mean, what if she get out there and say that? Then what's the problem? Then how you going to shape it? Okay? I'm just saying if she come out and say tomorrow or next year, I don't want to be a girl anymore. I want to be my rightful self, a boy. All right. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that. Just let me know. And people were trying to drag Claudia Jordan a little bit, but I said she have a point. What you know, I hope you all no regrets later because that's gonna make your daddy and everybody else look bad. Oh, that's gonna make your daddy and everybody else look bad. Okay. What is it gonna do? Okay, let's talk about Kim Kardashian. Okay, we're gonna talk about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Now, okay, let me scoot up for y'all can see the picture. I'm sorry, y'all, my big self. Okay, now Kanye and Kim is getting divorced, right? Boom. Now Kanye West have changed all of his phone numbers and said to Kim, if you want to contact me through it, through do it through my security. So now she can no longer contact Kanye West on the phone. She have to contact his security guard or his bodyguards and say, hey, I want to speak to the kids or speak to whatever. This is really, to me, it's getting petty. This is rich people problems because most people don't even have security. The average person don't have any security like that. Really not into it. People are saying that his mind, he's going cray cray, and he needs to get his mind and stuff together. Again, I do believe Kim Kardashian is leaving him, and she's gonna probably be with Van Jones. I do believe that they're probably gonna come out and announce they're gonna be dating. She's gonna be looking to politics and to running for like a government position. I can see her talking about probably one day running to be attorney general one day because she's trying to get her law license. So I really see her into politics. I really see her with Van Jones or somebody in the political spectrum, and that's what I probably see when it comes to that. But I'm gonna say this, and I say this humbly. I say this humbly in this situation when it comes to Kim and Kardashian. I hope that they can work through their issues and it don't affect their children because this is just petty. Him not getting the numbers, talk like adults. You ain't got to do all this. I just hope everything works well with the children. That's what I pray for. All right. So I'm opening up these phone lines if y'all want to call in because those are the two topics that I want to talk about today. I'm gonna open up these lines. Van don't have enough money. Well, he got she got with the political career. That's what I think. So I think she's gonna be getting into politics. I think she gonna be get into politics. Give me a second while I pull something up. I'm about to open up these phone lines if anybody want to call in. And if you want to speak about the TS Madison show, and if you want to talk about Kim Kardashian, give me your honest opinion. Even if you didn't watch the show, how did you think about my review? I'll open it up for a couple of minutes. Okay, let me do this. Okay, because I don't want this to play. All right. All right. Vanjo's already in a sunken place. Might as well. The parents. Oh no, not y'all dragging Van Jones. Y'all dragging Van Jones. Y'all need to stop it. Not y'all dragging Van Jones. Oh my gosh. Not you dragging Van Jones.
Your show now, press 1
Okay.
to hear important.
Your show is scheduled to start in 31 seconds.
Oh, now to get out of reference. Okay, let me put the number on the. Give me a second. We're gonna do the 646-716-8447. That is the number. 646-716-8447. That is the number. Van cries too much. She ain't gonna want all those tears.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
She said Van Jones cries too much. She ain't gonna want all those tears on her clothes. Child, stop it. Okay, let's go to the phone line. 5840, calling you on air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey, live on air.
So, I did not watch TS Madison Experience on WeTV. I tuned out after last week. I don't see it. So yeah, I lost interest. But from your review, I could give a little, feedback. So basically, with Oliver's situation, Oliver in this situation was not home. Funds wasn't coming in. and he has duties, which is rent and etc. So therefore, he's entitled to pick up other gigs. So I
Yeah,
don't think
I
it
think
was
she felt some
nothing
type of
wrong
way
on
that
his
he
end.
he picked up the other guy. I really felt that Maddie felt some type of way that Oliver moved on and picked up other clients. She felt jealous a little bit. I won't say I could say jealous, but jealous, is that the correct word? Or she
I would
felt
say jealous. I would say jealous. I would say fear that someone else is going to scoop him up and do the damn thing. Because in my honest opinion, is T.S. Madison is nothing without the entourage, without the people that's around her. In my humble opinion, the show would not exist if it wasn't for them, like the Chi-Chis, like the Craig, like the Olivers. I mean, I'm just
absolutely
speaking facts.
her team makes the brand, you know, it's very beautiful with the graphics, everything. Yeah, you're right about that.
Who is the T.S. Madison Experience without the Olivers, without the Chi-Chis? I mean, because honestly, she doesn't really have that much personality, if you ask me. I mean, there's no tea, no shade.
Because I
And like you mentioned, she just has to stop talking about sex, 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 sex. I mean, it made you to where you are, but I'm just saying, like after a while, it do get turned. It's a turn on.
because you saw when she had the cooking show with David. I think that was his name, the chocolate guy. They had him on the
Yeah, the
television
cooking
screen.
show.
That was
The
cute.
cooking show, yes, seen it.
And
It was okay. I wouldn't say cute. I wouldn't say cute in my opinion. I would say it was okay.
you say, okay. But he was a great eye candy to look at cooking the food. But I'm like, who out here cooking food with a shirt with no shirt on? That stuff can pop. Stuff can pop on your skin. It's just a lot.
I think at that time it was like desperate to be on TV because she gives me that she would do any and everything, any and everything to be on the TV.
Well,
Honestly
I'm not
speaking, like, I
mad.
think
I'm
that was
not
just
mad
like
at her.
desperate.
Honestly, I'm not mad at her chasing her dreams by any means necessary. She has proven that if you just keep pushing out that content, you would get there.
But I mean, you could chase it, but don't give that option that you would sacrifice a living person because you want it so much. I mean, that's what she was just giving. Like she would do anything,
Okay.
to I don't know, but also I wanted to say that she so claimed that she has all this money and she's making from the porn sites, all this money's coming in. I mean, pay your people, pay them so they will want to only work with you. Pay them, pay the Chi-Chis, pay the Craig, because Craig said he don't get paid.
I just think like her money was funny because they wasn't on tour, and it was but definitely make sure if nobody else get paid, make sure Oliver gets paid because he does the edits, he does the intros, the outros, the flyers. So you got to make sure he's good because he's the secret of the
And
sauce.
at the end of the day, don't come for Oliver because Oliver is the one that's putting the stuff out. So he
Right.
could be spiteful. I mean, I'm just going to say spiteful and dot, 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 dot. You fill in the blank. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
but
So
yeah, I'm going to let the others call in. I just call in to be a little shady and key. So others could call in. I want to hear what others have to say.
all right. Well, we thank you so much for
But the
calling in.
Wiley Show do love T.S. Madison
I do.
now.
I think yeah, and it's all about support. That's what I'm on.
Yeah, I'm just calling being messy, but I love T.S. Madison. No
Okay.
tea, no shade, even though I read her here and there. But I love the Wiley Show, number one.
Thank
All right, I'm
you.
going back in the bushes.
Okay, now. All right. 7736 calling on air.
Hi, how are you guys?
All right.
Good late night to everyone out there. I just wanted to touch on the T.S. Madison thing.
Yes.
If no one out there was ever a fan, if they've never watched the T.S. Madison show, they just need to stop. That's how I feel because first of all, those recordings were done back in 2019. Who knows how far back? Maybe even the beginning of 2019. If you've never watched the show, then they need to stop. Because it's not like they just did this just now and this is what's going on right now. Just like any other TV show they might watch on WeTV or Bravo or any place else. They need to get their stuff together and stop the mother effing games. Because if you follow her, if you watch her show, even now today, like they're everywhere, all of them together. Okay, Oliver right there. Craig, the writer Stewart, they all right there. Everybody, the whole gang, everybody right there celebrating the success, everybody together. All of that is behind the scenes footage from the work they were starting back at least 2019. Let's just say that. And if you were following, if you are a fan of TS Madison, if you follow her shows and all that stuff, y'all would know that. So I don't know why these people up here acting like they mad and they crazy, but yet my time. Oh, they're saying, no, y'all don't know nothing about that. That's behind the scenes footage, baby. You telling me she has her show, okay, off of footage that was on 2018, 2019. Y'all need to get it together, honey. Honey. Wake up, somebody. All right, I don't know what they so mad about. Like, she literally, it's the TS Experience. But I mean, from the beginning, like, they showing like the work behind the scenes, the making, and all of that stuff. But I mean, seriously, like, maybe she lost one person out of that whole team. That person ain't on the show, are they? I'm just saying, like, seriously, like, these people need to get it together. Like, this is old footage, but this is stuff we got to see. She showed us all of this, and now, listen, they don't want to call her broke. If she wasn't getting her coin before, they all getting their coins now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I
Mind you, the fans, of course, we've been donating and everything else. My thing is, these people just need to hush up. They just mad.
Okay, so you saying that people are mad at you, but that's good. So I'm assuming that you're part of the Maddie mob.
Listen, I'm not gonna say Maddie mob. I'm gonna say yes, honey. Yes,
Okay.
I am.
You sound real. I
no,
want
what
to
I'm
say
saying
this.
is, I don't have to be a part of it to know this. What I'm saying is, if they ever even took the time, if they ever watched any episodes from back in the day, all these people up here claiming, oh yeah, they love Madison, but they think she's doing it. No. All of this stuff is old footage, baby. She got paid off it and still getting paid off it.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we thank you so much for calling. We thank you so much for calling.
Something was coming. COVID just slowed it down, baby. But guess what? It's here now.
All right. We thank you so much for calling in.
They can hate all they want.
Okay. We thank you for calling in.
I love that.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank
sister.
you so much for having me.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ooh-wee. Okay. 3154, call you on the air. 3154. Hello. All right, you got to be together. Don't have your kids play on the phone. 8018, call you on air.
Hey, Wiley. Wiley, the callers, the chat, I love it. I looked at the show. I do like it. I do. I'm supporting her, as a Black trans woman. I'm a heterosexual woman, but I am supporting my fellow sister. I'll just say that. I know they're going to roast me in the chat. I don't care. But I'm supporting her. I did like it. I hope that it does get a little bit more livelier as the show goes on. I mean, it's like dry humor, and it's okay. But I'm not saying, like, I don't want it to go the ratchet route, but I hope that it does get a little bit more livelier as it goes along. There's it's a couple of things that I did not like, but it's her show. It's her thing, but I am proud of her. The Oliver thing, like I said, if you're working for somebody, you have to pay them. It's just as simple as that. People can't work for free. It does, especially when you have a talent that other people can use. He just could not do it for free. I can't say that I think that she was jealous because he was going elsewhere, but I think that she wanted him to more so drop, to say, like, okay, well, I'll drop everything. I'll drop what I'm doing to come back, but that was his bread and butter. And I think that when he said, you're rich, she got a little bit, offended by that. even though she does say she's rich, but it's almost like, don't count my money. But again, you do have to pay people, whether they are your friends, your friends are working for you or not. You have to pay people because people need their money. You know, they have bills. But besides that, the show was pretty good. I just hope that it, you know, gets a little bit more livelier as the time goes on. And, you know, that's all.
Yes.
I liked it though.
Yes, I'm here for
And
it.
I hope to see Craig more.
I hope to see Craig more too. It's like so hard to record these reality shows in a pandemic because when I was watching Basketball Wives, I'm like, wow, I can't get into the show. Like they just tape it in the house.
I couldn't get into that.
I'm used to them outside, going to the club, going out to eat. They just in one house and another house. I'm tired of seeing y'all in the house. We talking. So I wish that it wasn't a pandemic. If it wasn't a pandemic, then you would see the show on the road. You know what I'm saying? It would have been better. And I do believe they should have bring up
somebody
Kaya.
said something. And somebody said something in the chat about Kaya. I do. We all miss Kaya. We miss them together because we know for a fact if Kaya was there, and I do know it will never happen, but if Kaya was there, the first episode would have took off. It would have just took off.
Absolutely.
You know, Kaya brings a different, you know, a different following. She brings a Kaya has fans from way, way back then. So them two together, that would have been amazing. Unfortunately, they aren't, but I don't think that it's Tiffany Pollard, right?
Yes. No, yes.
I don't think that Tiffany is, I don't think that she's, I don't like her for, you know, as Maddie's sidekick or whatever. I think that Tiffany is dry. And I think that Tiffany is just, you know, there to come up and, you know, do her own thing and use Maddie as a way to get there. I don't personally like Tiffany, but, you know, I do hope that it works out. And I do want Maddie to go further.
Okay.
You know, as a trans woman that has been through what she's been through and done what she's done, you know, you're talking about sex movies and all of this other stuff. For her to be where she is, it's a big move. That's huge.
All right. And we thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you, Wiley.
All right, now. Bye-bye. 2637, Carly on air.
Hey, Wiley, how are you?
All right.
Okay, I just wanted to say a couple of things. As far as Oliver is concerned, I actually met Oliver through your page. And I actually kind of like Oliver because he does a lot of Next Top Model old interviews with not old interviews, but interviews with the old castmates or whatever. And I enjoyed that show, so I enjoyed the backstory. TS Madison, I started watching her back when she was a prostitute. Well, I say she is really he, but when he was a prostitute, and and he used to tell his little story about getting screwed over.
Yeah, I'm talking about when she. But Carla, let's get to the right. We're gonna get to the proper pronouns. It will be she. Those are proper pronouns.
No, excuse me. Wally, you are talking to a black woman.
Again, I don't care what color. I understand that, but you got to be respectful and say she on this show.
Wally, no, you have to respect me first.
I understand that. With all due respect, it has to be she.
No, Wally. Listen, Wally.
It has to be respectful. You got to say she. Hold up. You got to respect her pronouns. Is she, hers, she? Just say she.
No, it's a he. He has his penis.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We can't allow that, caller. It's a she. You're going to respect her pronouns or don't call it. It's a she. We're going to go to the next caller. 4596, caller, you're on the air. 4596. Hello? 4596, you're live on the air. Okay. We'll go to the next caller. All right. 3154, caller, you on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
What's happening? How you doing? Yes. I wanted to make a couple comments.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to Tiffany Pollard. You know what I'm saying? New York, the original HBIC. That was my generation right there. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Flavor Flav, all that. New York, Tiffany Pollard was reality TV gold. She one of the pioneers. She started this ish. Is this the mother effing thing she get? Because I don't know what that lady talking about. She trying to come up off of TS Madison. Is this the thing she get? She started this. Now, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all, okay? I'm not going to comment on something unless I'm asked. Now, you didn't talk about Meghan and Harry, but I really want to just say this. I don't think Harry loves Meghan as much as he hates his grandma. I feel like he mad at his grandma now. That's why he's doing all this for Meghan. It's not about how much he loves her. And if it gets too hard, if the stuff really hit the fan, I believe Harry will go on back over there. Now with Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, I feel like the world shouldn't add pressure to everything that's gonna go on with them splitting up. You know what I'm saying? I know the world is cold and they want to do their thing, but I just want to put that out there. I feel like the world shouldn't add pressure to what's already a tense situation, especially if we feel like he has mental issues. That's let's not add pressure to it. But I appreciate Kim's jail reform and how she's doing it, however she's doing it, whatever way she got to do it, I don't care. If she's getting it done, niggas getting out, let them out. I don't care. She's supposed to give the credit to whoever was helping her. You go do that if you that interested. You go figure out who helped her. Of course, she's not doing it by herself. But I love that she's doing it. I don't care how she goes about it. Get them out. Let
Go ahead. Anything else you want to share? That was it.
No, that's
all right.
That was it.
All right. Thank you, caller. Okay. We're gonna go to the next caller. 9672. Caller, you on air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, you live on the air. Go ahead.
How are you?
Doing all right. We're thinking about TS Madison Experience or Kanye West or Kim Kardashian. What's your take on the subject?
Okay. For the caller that called in and was saying that that Tiffany was there for a come up, let me educate the caller. TS Madison would have never had a show had it not been for Tiffany, because Tiffany is the one that put her neck out on the line to get TS Madison the show that TS Madison has. So with saying that, the facts are in the writing, and that is due to Tiffany, or TS Madison would have never had a show. So with saying that, you have a blessed night.
All right. We thank you so very much. Okay, 9582, caller, you on air. 9582.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
What is TS Madison?
Oh, you don't know who that is? Okay, thank you for calling in.
Who's TS Madison?
Oh, thank you for calling in. If you don't know, child, I'm about to run out the whole course. If you don't know, you go Google her. 2637, caller, you on air.
Hello.
Hey, you live on the air.
Yes, hi. Okay, can I say something concerning Kanye West and Kim Kardashian?
Yes, you can. Uh-huh.
Yes, I can. Thank you. Okay, Kim Kardashian is a woman. Kanye West is a man because they were born that way. Now, Kanye West, I actually love him. Most Black people don't. I actually love Kanye. I think he's misunderstood. And I appreciate him bringing mental health to the forefront, because a lot of Black people need to understand that they have mental issues. That's why we got a lot of men out here claiming that they're women when they peace standing up. But
okay, we got to go. Caller, you stay just like that. 4596, caller, you on the air. 4596, you live on the air. You live on the air. 4596.
Hello.
Hey, you live on the air.
Me? Oh, I'm on the air?
Yes, you are. Yes.
Oh, thank you. I'm calling in to talk about TS Madison. I am happy she has the show, but
Yes.
It was kind of boring. It was kind of boring. And Tiffany is not Kaya. You understand? And I hate the fact that she got the show and Kaya played a major role in why she got what she got. Not saying that she hasn't been working hard at it, but Tiffany is not Kaya. And I hate the fact that Kaya is not on there, you know, because she played a role in what Madison is doing right now. But the show was kind of boring. But, you know, I respect Madison. She does hustle and everything. And I just wish that when I say it's boring, to me, the cast was kind of phony today. Everybody kissed up to her and stuck up to her. Of course, we all do it because she is the boss. But to make it real, you know, you got to be real to yourself. And I just think they're bigging her up and upping. You know, it was boring tonight. But I'm happy that she's where she is. And thank you so much for letting me on the air.
Love
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you for giving your opinion.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. 8018, calling on air.
Wiley.
Hey.
Oh my God. Some of these people are so triggered tonight. And if I cuss, you know I will cash app you. It's just commentary. Some of y'all take this shit so serious. It's not that serious. Why don't some of y'all go put your kids in the bed, be grandmas? Y'all so busy going in on whoever calls in. And to that lady that called in, yeah, I called in and I said what the fuck I said. Tiffany ain't no good. Tiffany looks great, but I think she's boring as fuck. And I said what the fuck I said. And I ain't taking it back. Now, if you want to roast me, come on, let's go. You know, I'm all with it in the chat. I don't care. But I think that Tiffany is dry as fuck. Tiffany likes to be on the shows where she can, like reunion shows. You know what I'm talking about. I don't even look at that shit. I don't look at shit like that. You know, I'm happy for TS Madison. I'm happy that Tiffany is on there. I am, but she's dry as fuck.
Okay.
That's all I have to say. And when you call back, I'm going to call back too.
All right. Thank you so very much. Okay. Thank you, everybody that called in. We just want to be respectful to all people. If they say they want to be preferred, she, hers, hers, and we want to be respectful to the pronouns. If you have something against TS Madison in that space, then you bring that to her page. Over there, we're about supporting our trans women as well as cisgender women. We don't want to get it confused that we want to talk down on her and give her the wrong pronouns. You know what I'm saying? I want to allow that on this platform. We all about respect over here. And I want to say thank you to all the callers for that. Let's go to these last two callers we have, and we're done. 7446 caller, you on air.
Hello?
Hey, you live on air.
Hi. I just wanted to call in and say thank you. You know, I enjoy your show.
Yes.
And I had a comment for the TS Madison Experience show.
Yes. Talk about it.
Yeah, again, I don't think people get it, that this is footage that was actually produced years ago. I mean, they actually had the show in the works before 2020. And I don't think these people get it, especially if they've never watched the actual show. It's not like, I mean, these people are arguing over nonsense. At the end of the day, they made their coin then and they're just making more now. Okay. They had their show already in the works. I don't get why everybody is so upset about it. And another thing, I do wish, honestly, that more people will be respectful. Like, seriously, I mean, I enjoy this platform. I seriously do. And I wish more people will respect this platform. Because, I mean, some people just need to be screened before they're allowed to get in. I'm sorry.
Facts.
Some people are just up here wilding for no reason. Like, I don't get that. What's wrong with them? They probably need to go to bed. Why they so mean?
Not go to bed, child.
No, I'm saying roll their covers back, hit the pillow for real. There's something wrong with them.
All right, we thank you so much. Go ahead, y'all. No, talk about it. You was about to say something else?
Okay. You said it was the Meghan Markle and Harry, and then what was the other one?
We didn't talk about Meghan Markle. We talked about Kanye West and Kim today. That was on the topic. Yeah, so let's say
the one. Okay, Kanye West and Kim. Okay, let me tell you like this. I just think they need to pray about it. Seriously.
I feel
because honestly, they both are like one and the same. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense to a lot of people out there listening, but they really are basically one and the same. You know what I mean? Everybody has the issues.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
But I just believe they should stay together.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in.
No, thank you for having me on.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye. Okay. 2637, call you on the air.
Yes, I agree with the last caller. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are basically one and the same when it comes to ego, but talent is a whole nother subject. Kanye has a talent, you know what I'm saying? Just like Oliver Twist, he has an actual talent. I like Oliver. He has a personality and he has a gift. He can talk to anybody, and he has no problem expressing love for Black women, and I love that about Oliver. But anyway, as far as anything else, I just want to say, please don't hang up on me, Wiley. And I'm not going to be disrespectful. I don't curse. And I'm not going to even mention the other person because I'm not going to call them whatever you want me to say. So I'm just not going to talk about that. I'm just going to say one thing. I have a problem with Black women constantly caping for people that don't cape for them. Oliver Twist is on the record of saying, I stand for Black women. That's why he started that whole Top Model series, because a lot of Black women, unbeknownst to me, because I'm a fan of that show, I didn't know all these situations was going on specifically with Black women, and I would never expect it because Tyra Banks was the producer. But Oliver Twist brought out a lot of situations interviewing all these people, and they had their own thing up. I didn't even know it though, but when he put it on a spectrum, I got to see that. So that's what I call a LGBT community with a Black man compromising with a Black woman. Some people just use Black women to benefit themselves, but they don't actually like Black women. That's why they say maybe not ugly, and it's your features, but they sit here and copy your features, go to the doctor to get your features and all this, and get with shape like fish and whatever, all these other stuff. I don't know, but I just want to say I'm supporting people who support.
All right, let me go. All right, so you guys, we're gonna do the after show on Station Head. We're gonna do the after show on Station Head. So if all the callers want to call in, we're gonna bring it all on Station Head. So I will see you all over there on Station Head. And callers, do not hang up. I'm gonna let you all still call in. We're gonna just take the remaining callers on Station Head because we up to an hour. So I will see y'all over there on Station Head, and we can get into some things over there. All right, see y'all on Station Head. Okay, all right, got it in there. See y'all on Station Head.